Christopher Moltisanti is one of the most complex characters in The Sopranos. To see him merely as a mobster or Tony Soprano's nephew would be insufficient. Christopher is both a tragic hero and a figure who represents the fragile human spirit of the modern world. His story is woven with addiction, the search for belonging, fear of failure, and a deep identity conflict. One of Christopher's most striking traits is his constant longing for another life. He wants to be part of the mafia world, yet at the same time despises it. His dreams of becoming a screenwriter are the clearest sign of this tension. On one side, there is the life of violence, power, and loyalty. On the other, the world of art, freedom, and individuality. Christopher is trapped between the two. This is, in fact, the drama of modern humanity. Most of us desire a safe, comfortable life, while simultaneously chasing freedom and the dream of realizing our true selves. From a philosophical perspective, Christopher's story recalls Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialism. Sartre argued that humans are condemned to choose, and that they cannot escape the responsibility that comes with these choices. Christopher, however, cannot bear the weight of his own freedom. His drug addiction, sudden bursts of anger, and his endlessly postponed dreams all show that he is unable to carry the responsibility of his choices. Psychologically, addiction plays a central role in Christopher's personality. He is not only addicted to drugs, but also to Tony's approval, the mafia's acceptance, and even Adriana's love. Yet in none of these does he find lasting fulfillment. Addiction functions like a bottomless pit into which he pours everything, trying to fill an inner emptiness. This struggle is familiar to us today. Social media addiction, consumerist obsessions, or the constant hunger for more. In this sense, Christopher embodies the fragile individual of the modern world. Psychologically, addiction plays a central role in Christopher's personality. He is not only addicted to drugs, but also to Tony's approval, the mafia's acceptance, and even Adriana's love. Yet in none of these does he find lasting fulfillment. Addiction functions like a bottomless pit into which he pours everything, trying to fill an inner emptiness. This struggle is familiar to us today. Social media addiction, consumerist obsessions, or the constant hunger for more. In this sense, Christopher embodies the fragile individual of the modern world. Christopher's story in the series invites us to reflect. When a person cannot realize their potential, life turns into a kind of tragedy. Because he cannot fulfill his dream of being a writer, Christopher is unhappy. Even when he rises within the mafia, he feels incomplete. This reminds us that success is not only about external measures, but also about inner meaning. If we are not true to ourselves, even external success cannot bring inner peace. Finally, Christopher's relationship with Tony is psychologically significant. Tony is both his mentor and his obstacle. Like a father figure, Tony protects him, yet at the same time stands in the way of his greatest dreams. This recalls Freud's Oedipus complex. The child both loves the father and wishes to take his place. Christopher admires Tony, but also resents him. This contradiction ultimately leads to their tragic end. In everyday life, we often face similar dynamics. Sometimes the very people we admire are the ones who hold us back. When we become dependent on them, we drift further from forging our own path. In this sense, Christopher's story is a warning to us all. We must find our own way, or else risk being lost in someone else's shadow. As one of the most fragile and deeply human characters of the series, Christopher Moltisanti shows us not only the dark world of the mafia, but also the deepest contradictions of the human soul. His story is full of longing for success, addiction, and the struggle for identity. Perhaps that is why, as viewers, we both resent him and pity him, because in his tragedy we see a reflection of our own fragility.